So recently, I had a couple of people talking about how they wanted to get their shit together. They're supposedly working on it. And I asked them why they wanted to be constipated. Right? I say lose your shit, man. To lose the mind altogether is meditation. But many people say that it's insanity. Only the insane say that, though. Anyways, on normal measures, if you apply those scales, where did those scales come from? Do they come from the scaled one? But normal, whatever, you could easily make a argument that I have not been having my shit together. And if you were to argue that, I would say I don't give a fuck. But one of the challenges is remind myself, wait, don't get caught up on that. Because a lot of reasons, but it's almost like myself and the reality almost like just won't allow it for me to do that. And then it's funny because you think about it, like, all the time, get tons of examples every day, and somehow the habit, though, of normal, breaking out of that, forget, I'm not wording this right, but up to this point, I was serving two masters. One being the world that's passing, and all the ways that it taught me. And up to this point, it had been easy to forget, even though interacting with it all day, every day, that there is a major shift in the consciousness going on. And for whatever reason, I do get people characters that say, like, they understand what I'm saying, they'll give me some good feedback, but they don't really get it. They could just be specialized projections of my own, or maybe stuntmen in this movie reality. I don't know, but one of the challenges is embracing it is just me. It's only me. What's going on with everyone else? Do they have, like, say, the true essence spirit like I have, and they lost it? Up to this point where they just supposed to have the illusion? What the fuck is going on here? There is a shift in consciousness, and I am the only one that I am consciously aware of that I've met in the flesh. I've got you guys on the internet, but, you know, then you also have things like deep fakes. Like, for example, Vat City is coming down in fucking April. Where are you, bro? I'm just kidding. But for some reason, it's not me boasting. If anyone wants to take it that way, it's fine. But even with the characters on the internet, people come across, when I'm looking at it clearly, not get caught up in the way of this world, this world is passing. I get caught up on that. When I look as clearly as I currently can of whatever is happening, this shift in consciousness, me compared to everything else that I've come across, at least consciously, I am doing actually the best. I don't know of another character that is doing better than me going through this challenge. Now, even if I was doing like really fucking shitty, like saying like only 1/10 of where I'm currently at, would it still appear that way? Do the others not seem like they actually exist because I'm doing so well? Or they just don't actually exist? You see what I'm saying? It's like, this shift in consciousness is very interesting in many ways, and one of them is like, if you, whatever it would be, like to fuck up, what would happen to you then? You just like lose your existence and your energy gets recycled somewhere else? Can you fuck up? Is there no fuck up? I mean, I know there's answers to all this shit, and I learn from everything. Even in, like, say, the bullshit, like shit that, considered a lot of different stuff. Like, so, like, say there's YouTube channels, they talk about the archangels and all that shit. Then there's YouTube channels talking about the aliens and all that shit. And I get messages from their messages that I'm like, yeah, that's in line. Okay, let's see what they're saying. But then they'll, like, say 1/3 or 25% of what they're talking about is just, for the most part, stupid, or like not useful for me. I just grab the gems I can use at the time, and I throw the rest in the fire. But yeah, the basic thing is like, what I'm trying to say, and one of the reasons being is expressing it out, that if I'm really fucking up, or if there's a way for me to do better, maybe present it to me. Because when I am reminded, fuck normal and new normal that's passing, the important shifts in consciousness, whatever it is what I'm doing, and am I doing good enough at every moment? Is there such a thing? Maybe I should just throw it out. How do I have the equivalent of saying, having something or someone else to reference? I was told when I first started waking up a few years ago that I was a reincarnated king. This one conversation is really interesting. This guy knew a lot about the shit that I was going through. Just one of those weird situations. Anyways, so that was a reincarnated king. And God, the shit that I've fucking gone through. Maybe I will meet up, like, and know that I'm meeting up with ones that are spirited, actually existing beings. Because right now I don't know what these people are. Maybe I will later on, and know them interacting with what would be considered, or you could call, equals later or soon. But since I am a reincarnated king, and therefore like a king to be, I had to be put through massive amounts of tests alone. But yeah, like, how do we reference how we're doing with this shift? What's like a practical way, not some, I don't want another prepackaged belief system, which is BS, which is bullshit. I don't want another one, like another way to like practically test for myself and see how I'm doing, if that's even important. And yeah, as far as I can tell, I'm doing better than anyone else that I'm aware of. At least on my own way. I'm better than all of you guys, so that's pretty much what I'm saying.